am Dr. Lito Michaela. I'm a lecturer at the School of Computing Science in the University of Glasgow.
Hi, I am Maha Al-Arqoudi, a PhD student in the College of Computing Science at Glasgow University.
Hello, I am Dr. GWiCS, a postdoctoral research associate at the School of Computing Science at the University of Glasgow.
I was interested in computing science since I was born practically. I had my first computer in 1990 and was able to take it apart and put it all back together by the time I was 7. My father was a software developer since the 80s, so that's the lineage, I suppose. I love the problem solving and creative aspects of computing, but I also love the smell of silicon since I was a kid, so I ended up making a living from being an embedded software engineer for about 15 years before I got back to the university to do my PhD, which was also in working with low-level kind of embedded software. I do plan to be a professor one day, but no rush. What I think is that a lot of people in computing science do kind of stereotype and expect that we are all kind of geeks with glasses behind computers that do nothing interesting other than writing software and getting back at the world for being bullied when they were little. I hate that stereotype. I think that computing science is more like ice cream. Everybody gets to have a favorite flavor. There's everything that you can think of that you can do through computing science. There's people of all sorts working in computing science, and there's no reason why we should stick to such stereotypes. Well, I would urge you to find your favorite flavor in computing science, and I look forward to seeing more of you in Glasgow Women in Computer Science.
I joined computer science because I got an offer for a seat when I finished my secondary school. At that point of time, I don't have a background in computing science. Still, I have always been crazy about discovering things and go for new challenges, especially those challenges that I have no clue about. So I just accepted the offer. When I started computer science, I found it was a kind of magic where you can solve many problems by just talking to your screen. Of course, that's not the whole picture. But what fascinated me more was the approaches in teaching computer science, different techniques and challenges of converting such amazing science into an enjoyable subject where people can innovate in. That's what fascinated me more. So I selected software engineering in my undergraduate to know more about computer science. And then I specialized in data science afterwards for my master. I worked in industry as SAP associated consultant for about 2 years. That wasn't my career path that I was aiming or dreaming for. So I moved afterwards to academia, which was my dream this time, and I worked as a lecturer in Glasgow College of Technology. So as a PhD student, I work now in machine learning field, where a machine trained to do stuff with better accuracy and performance that's are usually done by human, maybe with less efficiency. And especially my focus is in online academia, what I usually love. And that's how I use computer science. And I hope you find what you like in this field and bring out your innovation to it.
I got into computing because my father wanted me to have a job which pays well. I crushed his dreams by going into academia. The reason I started in computing science is because I really like maths, and computing science is kind of maths, if you want it to be. Computing science can be anything you want, really. It can be social and interactive by working on hugging robots. It can be environmentally friendly by working on making computers compute faster, and it can be very creative. Any field of computing science is really creative. Computing science can be anything you want, really. It can be social and interactive if you work on hugging robots. It can be environmentally friendly if you work on making computers compute faster. And it is very creative, regardless of field. But let's take games as an example. It can also improve and save lives by matching kidney donors to people that need kidneys. I work in the field of human-computer interaction, where we build tools that help people in their everyday lives. I love working in this area, and I love working on research. We are the world leaders in technological progress. It is beyond exciting. And regarding my career plans, I don't know at the moment, and that's okay.
you.